Hey, what's up guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist, and today we're doing an Abyss Actor deck profile. So I'm really excited for this one because this deck is actually a really cool pendulum-based deck that just got a new support card in the form of Twinkle Little Star. This card is really good in the deck that makes you able to attack multiple times per turn, and is a really good card in the deck, and I'm really excited to show you guys this deck. So, without further ado guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell on there so you can comment, part, notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below because we have some awesome rewards for you guys, like getting your name in the description of every single video, getting a signed cards in the mail, and even getting requested deck profile every single month that you are a patron. So without further ado guys, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Abyss Actor Superstar. So Abyss Actor Superstar is pretty much the superstar of the deck. Its pendulum effect is that once per turn you contribute an Abyss Actor monster and then target an Abyss script spell in your graveyard and add it back to your hand. And then when normal or special summon, your opponent's spells and cannot be activated. Your opponent's spells and traps cannot be activated. And then once per turn, you can set one Abyss script spell directly from your deck, but it is sent to the graveyard during the end phase. Your opponent can't basically negate the summon of this card because they can't activate spells or traps when this card is active or when it's summoned, which is pretty good. We then play 3 copies of Abyss Actor Melomadonna. Melomadonna is a really interesting card. It has a scale of 0, which helps us get out our copy of Abyss Actor Extras, and it has the ability that you can pay 1,000 life points and then add an Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand, except another copy of herself. And also you can have special summon monsters for the rest of the turn, except Abyss Actor monsters. And then her monster effect is she gains 100 attack for each Abyss Actor, or each Abyss script spell in your graveyard, and you can only use her effect once per turn. You can either, when a Pendulum monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can special summon this card from your hand, or if an Abyss script spell is either activated or effect is activated, then you can special summon a level 4 or lower Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your deck, but return it to the hand during the end phase. So you can either special summon her or get a monster out of the deck, which is really good, and she's a definite 3 of in this deck. We then play a single copy of Abyss Actor Evil Heal. Now, I thought about playing Evil Heal at multiples, but I really think that 1 is fine, because you have Twinkle Little Star, and she's the only one that goes above a 9 scale, so you really just want to play a single copy of Evil Heal. But this card's really good because it lets you, once per turn, tribute an Abyss Actor monster, then target a face-up monster opponent controls, and it loses attack equal to the original attack of the tributed monster. And if this card is normal or special summon, then you can target 1 face-up monster opponent controls. It loses 1,000 attack for each Abyss Actor monster you can currently control until the end phase of the turn. And then when this card destroys an opponent's in battle, you can target 1 Abyss script spell in your graveyard and set it back to your side of the field. I really kind of wanted to play this card at 2, but it's kind of bricky. It's good, but it's kind of bricky if you play it any more than 1. We then play 3 copies of Abyss Actor Wild Hope. Wild Hope is probably my favorite of all the Abyss Actor monsters, because once per turn, you can target 1 Abyss Actor on your other Pendulum Zone, and its Pendulum scale becomes 9 until the end of the turn. And also, you can have special summon monsters for the rest of the turn, even if this card leaves the field. And then once per turn, you can make this card gain 100 attack for each Abyss Actor monster you currently control with different names until the end of the turn. And if this card is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can add an Abyss Actor card from your deck to your hand. So it not only replaces itself with a search, but it also helps you get those scales all the way to 9. We play 3 copies of your Abyss Actor Extra. Abyss Actor Extra is if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your Pendulum Zone, but you don't activate its effect once per turn. And then you contribute this card to place an Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your deck in your Pendulum Zone, and you can only use the effect of it once per turn. But you can only special summon Abyss Actor monsters for the rest of the turn. Then we play 3 of the new Abyss Actor, which is Abyss Actor Twinkle Little Star. So Twinkle Little Star has been hinted on artworks for a long time. It has actually been in the OCG for a long time, but we finally just got this card. Its pendulum effect is that you cannot special summon monsters except for Abyss Actors, and then once per turn, you can target 1 Abyss Actor you control, and it can make 3 attacks on monsters during this battle phase. You can only use the effect, or the monsters, the rest of the other monsters you control can't attack except for that one. And then its monster effect is that it can't be destroyed by battle during your turn. And then this card can make up to 3 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. But having the scale 9 is really good for the deck. We play 2 copies of Sassy Rookie. Sassy Rookie is pretty cool because it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects each turn once. And if this card is destroyed by battle or it leaves its owner's control, my opponent's card effect, you can special summon a level 4 Abyss Actor monster from your deck, which is pretty good. And if an Abyss Actor monsters you control will be destroyed by battle or by opponent's card effect, you can destroy this card instead. 1 copy of Curtain Raiser. Curtain Raiser is pretty good because if you control no monster, you can special summon this card from your Pendulum Zone, which is the big thing that you're going to do with this card all the time. And then we play 3 copies of Abyss Actor Comedic Relief. Comedic Relief is pretty good in the deck too because you can target an Abyss Actor Pendulum monster you control and one monster your opponent controls and switch control of those monsters, and then you destroy this card. And you take no battle damage from attacks involving this card, and then once per turn during the standby phase, give this control this card to your opponent. And then once per turn, if the control of this card changes, you can activate the effect to destroy one set Abyss script on the field. Which if you give this to your opponent, then it's on their field and it pops it, and you get the really good effects of your Abyss scripts, which is what you're trying to do in this deck. And why you play this card is a 3 of now. We play 3 copies of Ash Blossom as well for the only 3 hand traps that we play in the deck. You really only need the 3 Ash Blossoms for this deck, but other than that, that's it for the monsters. Let's get into the spells, guys. So for the spells, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Called by the Grave. The 3 copies of Called by the Grave are really good in the deck because they stop your opponent while you're trying to dig through the deck to get what you need. You could change these out if you wanted to, if you don't feel like you need them quite as much. I feel like you do, though, because you have a couple of cards in the deck that search with like getting destroyed by battle or by card effects, and you can chain this to negate a hand trap, which is pretty good. 1 copy of Double or Nothing because you can go into Utopia double in this deck because you play a lot of level 4s now in the deck. And it's really good to just OTK your opponent. And it's super easy to as well to get 2 level 4s on your side of the field. We play 1 copy of Abyss Script Abyss-tainment. Abyss-tainment is pretty good because you get to target 1 Abyss Actor monster you control. You get to tribute an Abyss Actor monster, then target an Abyss Script in your graveyard and set it to your field. And then you can use the effect of Abyss Script, Abyss-tainment up to twice per turn. And if this set card in owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, then you can have, and you have a face-up Abyss Script Pendulum monster or Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, then you can special summon any number of Abyss Actor monsters from your deck, which is pretty good. We play 2 copies of Opening Ceremony. Opening Ceremony lets you gain 500 life points for each Abyss Actor monster you control, and if this card is destroyed in its owner's control by an opponent's card effect, you can draw cards until you have 5 in your hand, which is pretty good. We play 2 copies of Romantic Terror. Romantic Terror is pretty interesting in the deck because it lets you return an Abyss Actor Pendulum monster you control to the hand, and if you do, you get to special summon from your extra deck in defense position 1 Abyss Actor Pendulum monster with a different original name from that monster. And if this set card in its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, then you can have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck. You can set any number of Abyss scripts directly from your deck, which is insanely good just to be able to set all of your Abyss scripts onto your side of the field. You play 3 copies of the Field Spell, which is Abyss Playhouse Fantastic Theater. This card's really cool because it lets you reveal 1 Abyss Actor Pendulum monster or an Abyss script in your hand to add an Abyss script spell from your deck to your hand with a different name from the one revealed. And then while you control a Pendulum summoned Abyss Actor Pendulum monster, any monster effect activated by your opponent becomes destroy, set, spell, or trap your opponent controls. And you can only use this effect once per turn. So it helps you pop your Abyss scripts on your side of the field to trigger their effects to be able to go against your opponent, which is pretty cool. We then play 3 copies of Rise of the Abyss King. Lets you target face-up cards your opponent controls and attack position up to the number of Abyss Actor monsters you control with different names and destroy them. And if you control a level 7 or higher Abyss Actor monster, your opponent cannot activate cards in response to this. So it's a speed spell for popping cards on your opponent's side of the field, which is really good if you have a level 7 or higher Abyss Actor. And also it has the ability if this set card is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you can add up to 2 Abyss Actor cards or Abyss scripts from different names from your deck to your hand. This card is literally the best card in the entire deck, besides like Playhouse and a Superstar. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Hyper Director. 3 copies is just something I like personally. You could probably get away with 2, but I like 3. You get to target 1 card in the Pendulum Zone and special summon it, and then place 1 Abyss Actor Pendulum monster with a different name from your deck, or face up from your extra deck to that Pendulum Zone. And also, you cannot normal summon or special summon monsters the rest of the turn except for Abyss Actors, which is totally fine. This card really sets up your back row, or really sets up your Pendulum Scales. 1 copy of Access Code Talker just to be able to pop multiple cards on the field. Appaloosa is really good in the deck because she gives you multiple negations, and you're playing a Pendulum deck, so it's really good for the zones as well. Blacklist Soldier, Soldier of Chaos, really easy to go into in this deck with Superstar, and you can put 3 monsters with different names on the field really easily in this deck to be able to go into this card, and it's huge, and it also gains different effects depending on when you destroy a monster by battle. It either gains 1500, can make a second attack during each battle phase, or you banish a card from the field. 1 copy of Unicorn just to spin stuff that you might need to spin. Phoenix to pop spells and traps. Cerberus to pop monsters. You play a single copy of Wee Witch Apprentice just for the zones, and it's a dark monster for your access code talker. Link Rebo because you can go into it with extras. Baguska because it's really good just to shut your opponent down, and sometimes you need to shut your opponent down in this deck, so you play the 1-0 Baguska. You play 1 copy of Utopia and Utopia Double, which is really good in the deck because what you do is you put 2 level 4s on your side of the field, overlay into Utopia Double, detach a material, search Double or Nothing, put Utopia on top of this card, which is basically your XYZ summoning it on top of it. It comes out at 5,000, attack your opponent, detach a material to negate the attack that you just declared, drop Double or Nothing, it goes in again for 10,000, and it OTKs your opponent. And then a number 60, just to be able to draw 2, discard 1, or be able to double the attack of a monster on your side of the field, which is pretty good. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a really fun deck to play around with. It's pretty budget too, to be honest, for the main deck. The extra deck is a little expensive for the access code talker, but everything else is pretty budget now, especially Appaloosa getting a new reprint, and the Megatons is pretty exciting. But it's a really fun deck. I highly recommend that you guys give it a try. It's really fun to play around with. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell near so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely tell me what you think of this deck down in the comments down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.